Hi, this is Sunil Sethia, and today I'm going to talk as a human being. Why as a human being? Because today I'm going to talk about emotions and how emotions affect our decision making capabilities. So let's understand as human beings what is so unique about us. As human beings, the most important unique thing is emotions. We have emotions and we can emote. We can show our emotions to people, right? And yes, we can also feel our emotions. So, what's the most important thing then? Emotions? Yes. In fact, if you ask me what emotional state you are in determines your decision making. Uh, Recently, I just wrote a line and it just came out when you're happy, you are happiness. And when you're angry, you are anger. That means we take over the emotion and we become that emotion. Now, when you're happy with the person, are you happy with the person or you're happy with everybody? You cannot be happy with the person. When you're happy with everybody, right? So when you're angry on someone, no, you cannot be angry on someone, right? You become angry. So it's very important. So what happens when you are going to make decisions? Emotions actually we understand when we go through a very happy emotions, and then what happens, we make some decisions in life when you're really happy, and what happens, right? Sometimes we regret for the decisions that we made when you're really too high on happiness, too high on celebration, right? And same is the case when you're again angry, when you're sad, you take some decisions. When you're depressed, yes, as human beings, we go through the ups and downs of life. We go through the ups and downs of emotions. We move from the positive emotions to negative emotions, and all of these things happen because we are human beings. Now, so when you're sad, when you're depressed, and you take a decision, and then you come out of that, you regret for those decisions. So then, what has to be done? Now, this I think I will ask all of you first what do you do when you're emotional? What happens to you, and how do you ensure that you're not in an emotional state, too much of emotional state when you are taking decisions? So let me now tell you what do I do when I have to take some important decisions. Yes, there are moments in life where you're highly emotional, like when you have a success, when you've got some celebration going on, you become really hyped up, really happy, and suddenly you find someone coming and asking you, sir, can I get some 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, right? Some money on loan. You're in such a happy mood and you don't feel like saying no, and you say yes, and you give it off. What happens? Then we regret those decisions. So what I started to practice is whenever I'm in such a state, I don't take decisions. In fact, let me tell you a quote Mahatria here. In a state of emotions, intelligence does not work. Abstain from action and abstain from decision making. So very important. When you're in emotional state, just abstain from decision making. And when you're in normal state, equanimous state, sit down and now take a decision. In fact, the best thing is postpone the decision making to a point where you know that now, right now, I'm in a state that I am in a logical state of mind to take some mental decisions. But let me also tell you, when you want to relate to people, relate with your heart. And when you're taking some decisions in life, which is going to be more on career, finance, and all those things, there use logic. But when you're relating to people, relate with your heart, relate with joy, happiness, celebration, right? So, very important to understand yes, emotions do affect our decision making. So, what are we supposed to do? In a state of emotions, intelligence does not work. Abstain from action, abstain from decision making. In fact, a research was conducted to find out the effect of emotions on decision making and how emotions affect a person. So, this particular research institute, they went to a school and give chocolates to the kindergarten students in the kindergarten, and just a simple instruction was given that this particular chocolate that has been given to the children, they're supposed to bring it the next day, and if they bring it the next day, they get two sweets, right? Two chocolates. Now, many of the children, young, right? So some of them immediately ate the chocolate, some of them by the afternoon, by the evening, and very few people. Say, for example, it was a 5% of the total population which actually brought the chocolate back. Now, this research continued for 25, 30 years of their life. The same batch was done this research, was part of the research, and every year some new toys were being handed over to them, and the same experiment was going on to just understand what is the effect of emotions and decision making. After some 30-35 years, when the research was again done, it was found that the top 5% who were able to postpone their emotions, right, they became successful in life. They were not in the emotional state of decision making. They were equanimous. They understood the situation. They were able to postpone their emotions or take control of their emotions and handle their emotions. And now these people are the movers and shakers of the world. So people who are leaders, people who are successful, they have balance between emotions and the logic, and emotion and the decision making. So if you really want to be successful in life, please understand emotions, yes, yeah, emotional, no. Emotions, yes. Emotional, no. So never ever take a decision in emotional state of mind, because then there's no logic in an emotional state of mind, I'll say, right? Because emotions is coming from the heart and logic is working from the mind. So very important, have balance between your emotions and logic, and you need to know exactly when to be emotional and when not to be emotional. Yeah. So thank you so much.